Alrighty, so we're gonna continue on with this fantastic ship called a Widow, and it is it's pretty good. So I have 3 Widows here, and I've decided that I'm going to work towards 5 of them, and the way I'm going to do that is I've got another couple of characters that I'm starting to prep for flying in and out of here, and then I've got another 2 characters, which are Sinos Scouts, and another one that is going to be like cleanup. So I'm going to end up with 2 sets of 4 like this for like 8 total, and so I'll have 5 Widows, 3 support ships, and it's kind of a, it might be a little bit daunting, but I'm gonna figure it out and make it happen. So anyway, Holdimus, sorry I forgot my wizard hat today. All right, so we're gonna have we're gonna get some LP today. Actually, that's not what I wanted. I didn't want the regional market. I wanted this, and I'm at 119,000, I think, for true power. I am. That's what I remembered. And we're gonna grab some more today. So also I've got to work on things like loot that needs to go to high sec. Like all these tags need to go to high sec and everything. There's other stuff in here that needs to go to high sec. I need containers. I really need containers. So I'm gonna have to figure out building them and such. But right now, even though my hangar is a complete chaos, it looks like when you move into a place, a new place, and you start unpacking everything in a single room, so that you know where everything is, but you go into that room and it's like got everything in it, but it's kind of like organized little piles, right? When you move into a new place, right? So, Demlar, do I sleep? Yes, I got 8 hours sleep last night. I tend to get 6 to 8 hours sleep. So, yep. All right, so let's talk to an agent. And attack of the drones. Okay, so this is going to be against drones. And so, yeah. Let's see here. It's only going to be 7,000 loyalty points. And it's in this system here, ZR. Okay. Let's see here. Let's go take a look. Guess you need to sleep sooner. Yeah. Ham, welcome to the show. Glad to have you here. Sorry for your issues. Glad to have you here.
Warp drive active.
EM thermal to deal in this one. Yeah, so I have EM loaded in these. Drones are EM. Now, oh, I have a Sino spot in here. Okay, and there's nobody else in here. So we'll head to it. And I'll accept. And then this one probably is going to be pretty easy. I'll undock. Hostiles here.
Warp drive active.
So got a code in the disk. And you'll just drop it here. Like for the game. If you have an old copy of Eve, and that's the code on the disk, that old copy might be worth something on eBay. People would love to have an original box. Oh, the reward you get from Discord. That's what he means by disk. I see. All right. Ah, Admiral redeemed it. All right. Well, Balcog, thank you for your generosity. All right. And what is that? I heard something about that. I've been so busy playing the game, I haven't had time to be out of it. You get a fit adventure. Okay. So, excellent. All right. Now, undock, undock, undock. They need to be within 6K of me. Accidentally bumped him. Okay. We shall light this. Then we shall jump the guys.
Docking request accepted. Docking request accepted. Docking request accepted.
And then we undock again. I dock up so that it resets their capacitor. Engine, hello? Okay, now need to get stuff going. Here we go. So I've got these set up in auto missiles, and it's working very well. Way better than I expected. To destroy all enemies. Okay. Uh-oh. I brought a ship I shouldn't have brought. Forgot about that. My other guy. He ended up here. Oh yeah, and they're attacking him. Yeah, he's getting out of here. All right. Alright, I've only got 2 of them firing at the moment. It's a little bit hard to get the aggro sometimes. Okay, there we go. Now we got the auto missiles going on all 3 of them. They're all doing okay pretty much on their stuff. I have Markee Dragon character is the one that my all the drones are assisting, supposedly. Okay, my drones are failing their commands because they're too far away. Okay. Fine. But they'll just keep going like this until they run out of ammo, and then I have to hit the buttons again. So it's pretty good process, and it works well. And I think 5 of them would be better. Let's just say far away now. Okay, fine.
A module has run out of charges.
So they'll keep shooting even if they even if they're out of my targeting range. And there we go. We are done. Drones return. Let's see, let's just reload. Let's turn off propulsion and that. Let's take a look at if there's any loot here. There is none. Okay. So just got to get all the drones back. I'm gonna warp squad to here. Turn off all of their stuff because they need to get their cap up. And then this guy here, so he's sitting here, and they're all warping basically to his location. See them appear here in a second. There they are. He's taken off. Now I gotta remember not to warp him. I gotta make him fleet exempt. warps. Edward, hello. So I have to say I'm really digging the Widow setup here. It's not like the last time when I was testing auto missiles. This is working a lot better, and so I think I'm pretty happy with it. I think before I bring them here, I haven't done this for these ships, and I haven't needed to yet, but I think I want to worship the sun god since I'm in a system that is where there's no there's nobody else in here. And now I've talked about this before. Worshipping the sun god is a thing that either removes aggro from your drones or gives aggro to your ship increased from the rats. I don't know which it is, but I do know that this is a true statement, and so it's pretty easy. You get out here, you warp to the sun, or you can warp to a safe, whatever, and you eject from your ship. And I know that's scary, especially in a nice ship. And see, here's the size of my pod compared to my ship. That ship is enormous. And then you hop back in. Good to go. Okay, I'm going to do it with this one. And I'm going to eject. And then hop back into my ship. It takes a second. You have like 5 seconds where you're vulnerable. That if somebody else warps up to you, they could hop into your ship if they're all ready to go. And then we got this one. Alright, so what this does is it causes your ship, for some reason, I'm not even sure the devs can explain this. It causes your ship, for some reason, to get more aggro or your drones to get less. Thus, the health and safety of your drones is better because they will last longer. And so, I can't tell you why, but I can tell you that as long as I have been playing, this has been the way that it is. And so if your drones are getting chewed up, this is exactly what you do. Warp to the sun or to a safe, not on a station or whatever, and eject out, hop back in, and I kid you not, your drones will have less aggro. Doesn't mean they'll have no aggro. They will have less, and it is noticeably less. Making a note. I think I'll make that into a short. So if you haven't seen on YouTube, we've been posting shorts. So And yeah, about one a day. And just little tips like that. Sometimes it's just me yelling, fuck, 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 I'm gonna die. Other times it's tips and stuff. So subscribe on my YouTube if you're not already. If you're in Twitch chat, !YouTube. All right, we have somebody in here. Okay, let's light up the Sino. And then I'm going to conduit jump. Oh, we have multiple people in here. All right. Good timing, I guess. Okay. So, now, dock. And this guy is going over here. Oops, I chose the wrong one. All right, well, he's got to go turn in the mission. All right. Dock him again. All right, so I definitely was able to take that out quicker. I mean, it went down pretty quick, which is good. I have, so I've shown you guys this before. This is on, this is on the schedule, and there's a tab here called Level 4 Missions. The one we did was Attack of the Drones, and here's Attack of the Drones, Rogue Drones, EM Thermal, Recommended Resist, Kinetic Thermal, and Apocalypse or Snipe 'em, which are two of the fits that I have.
Docking permission requested.
The best finish time, oh, it is the Apocalypse named Snipe 'em. Okay, best finish time was 13 minutes 37 seconds. I would say that I did that one in about 7 minutes with the 3, and it says warp in at 100 and snipe all. So if I had known that, then I would have, you know, maybe warped in at 100. I don't know. The problem is getting the aggro on your ship. I have to have the aggro on my ship in order to start firing. And so with the Widows, it might not be warp in at 100, it might be warp in at 0. Yeah. Taro says, Markee, you need to give up these beliefs. Okay, we can change the name for you if you'd like. We can call it an old captain's tale. Right, complete the mission. Nope, not sharing. And then we shall pull another. Okay, an anomic. Okay, so I can't do the anomic. I wish I could. I got to get ships down here for the anomics. And there'll be a whole thing that we'll go over on that at a later date. And so I wish that I could do this one, because it would take a single frigate and I'd head out and I'd do it, and it would pay me 22,748 loyalty points. So I got to decline it though. And then request. And another anomic. By the way, I want to see what my standings are here. So my Sanchez Nation is still negative 1.49. So still got some work to do on that. And my true power, though, is 9.26. That's pretty amazing how fast I've gone up on this one. I kid you not, I got to almost 9 on level 1 missions. Because my Sanchez Nation was so negative. Like if you were beyond -4, like if you're -4.01, it doesn't matter if I had a 10 on true power. I still could only pull level 1 missions because that then offsets it. And I had -8 something on my Sanchez Nation, and it was an awful grind. But I got it done, so there it is. And I'm starting to earn LP for true power now by running these missions. Got 125,000, which I will turn into at least 2,500 ISK per LP. And so if we take 125,000 and then times that by 2,500, that is 312 million in LP worth of it. So I hope to convert higher, but and I got a long ways to go because I spent on ships down here, I don't know, I've spent, because all of my because these characters came from Horde and all of the stuff is locked up in asset safety. I have 150 billion worth of stuff locked up in asset safety with Horde. And so I'd start buying new stuff. And I would estimate that I've spent somewhere between 70 and 80 billion on putting ships together and setting up down here. It's not been cheap at all. All right. It's another anomic. Another one that pays 22,000. We're going to have to decline that one too. And then request mission. Another anomic, an anomic base. I probably won't be doing any of the anomic base stuff. The anomic base, they're very hard to do. You do them with a cruiser, and it can be done, but it's brutal, and it takes a long time for when you can get easier stuff. This is probably, the anomic base missions are probably the least or the highest decline missions that anybody declines. And they don't count against you to decline them. The anomics do not count against you. Oh my god, I would be so lucky. I would have made, if I'd done all 4 of these, that'd be almost 100,000 LP. And they'd be easy. But, again, I don't have the ships here to do it. So, yeah. All right, request. And you can see they're not counting against me. It's not telling me how disappointed it is in me or anything. So, this one's against a Mar. By the way, doing these missions down here, you 100% wreck your standings. These are standings wreckers in HiSec, Empire, big time. Because they're against Amar, Kaldari, and I have not seen any against Minmatar. But I expect that I'll see some at some point. So, destroy the convoy and return the cargo to me. Careful, it will be guarded. Okay. And that's in DP. So let's take this guy to DP. Hello, Nagy. I know how hard you're trying not to sound disappointed about passing up 250 million for 20 minutes of work. Good attitude. It's just motivation. It's motivation to get those ships down here, which I will. It's going to cost me, I think, around 10 billion for the ships. So, but then I'll have them down here. So, and I'm going to use Hateless's fits. Right, there is nothing in here. Oh, I don't even have a I don't have a setup here for Sino. Okay, we'll set one up.
Docking request accepted.
Okay. Fufu, hello? Okay, we're gonna undock. Hello, Grant.
Welcome to the Dragons.
Grant MDGC just followed.
Ooh, Grant just followed. All right. Do I think I'll get my stuff out of asset safety system? Eventually. Yeah, eventually. All right, let's make this bookmark here. That already is good enough, but I want to raise the height of it. Right. Since I am here and such with this ship, I'm going to make a couple of safes.
Warp drive active.
Let's see here. This is really a deep safe. Ramza, I see you there, buddy. I'm gonna mod you. Patched. Does a mod as well? That's on YouTube. Right. Let's choose another place to go to here. Let's go in this direction. I'm looking in space for where there are other things out here. What is this out here? It's not very far away. Just, I want to have one that's at least 14 away from this. And not right next to all of the other stuff. It's like everything's bunched up over there. All right, let's see here.
Warp drive active.
Make 2 safes. Right. Got 2 safes out here now. Interesting. It kind of goes bing and then says that little message there. That's interesting. Current wave, 1 of 2, 8 hostiles remaining. Well, I ain't shooting them with this. I'm gonna warp to our point now.
Active.
Right. So I'm gonna accept this. 15,000 loyalty points. So it'll pay pretty good. And we gotta pick up the hollow reels. Okay. Against a Mar.
Warp drive active.
So it's gonna be EM again. Oh. All right. It's going to be a minute before we jump. All right. If you're watching on video, see you in the next episode.